Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to talk about parametric and non-parametric tests. Parametric tests are those tests or statistical tests which assume distribution of the data. For example, assuming that the data is normally distributed. Non-parametric tests are distribution-free tests, for example, the chi-square test. In terms of variance, the parametric tests, they assume that there is homogeneity of variance, while non-parametric tests, they assume n variance. In terms of the measures of central attendance, the usual measure of central attendance for parametric test is the mean, while for the non-parametric test is the median. In terms of data measurement scales, the parametric test, they use interval and ratio data, while non-parametric tests, they use nominal and ordinal. In terms of dataset relationship, the dataset relationship of parametric test is independent, while for non-parametric test is n. Lastly, the parametric test, they draw many conclusions compared to non-parametric tests. However, the simplicity and the non-parametric tests, they are less affected by outliers. At the moment, I will take you through the statistical tests that you can execute when carrying out statistical analysis. I will give examples of the parametric tests and non-parametric tests. Right? If you have paired observations, you want to compare two groups for paired observations. For example, a pre-test and a post-test for a fit formulation training. It means the data you are going to generate there will be quantitative. Therefore, you run a parametric test, a t-test for paired observations, and an alternative test which is non-parametric. If the data is categorical, it means you use a Wilcoxon signed rank test. For comparison of means for independent measures, two groups. For parametric test, you use an independent sample t-test, and for non-parametric test, you use Wilcoxon sum rank test, or you can use Mann-Whitney's test. If you have more than two groups, you want to compare means, and you have more than two groups for completely randomized design, you use an F-test. It's normally referred to as analysis of variance, one way ANOVA. And for non-parametric test, you use Kruskal-Wallis as a statistical test. If we have more than two groups for repeated measures, randomized complete block design, you use an F-test for randomized complete block design. And for the non-parametric test, you use Friedman's test. If you want to execute correlation analysis, for parametric test, you use Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient, and for the non-parametric test, you use Spearman's rank for correlation.